Hey guys, and happy Thanksgiving. In this video, I want to try and make my own pie crust using a secret ingredient. So for today, I'm gonna be making my own pie crust from scratch for the first time. I'm learning how to do this, and we are going to be using a secret ingredient. As far as I know, you cannot get this ingredient easily. I don't know if it's sold in stores. If it is, let me know. But I don't know if this ingredient is. With pie crusts, basically you need flour, water, and a fat. You need some sort of fat. They need a fat in order to tie the pie crust together. Plus, the fat is the component that makes the crust flaky or not. We were told that some of the flakiest pie crusts that you can ever make is with using the special ingredient that I was talking about earlier. What we are using today as my secret ingredient is bear fat. My husband, he is a hunter, and he did harvest a bear this last fall. So this is home rendered bear fat. So after, basically the way that he made this is he just shaved off of the fat from the bear. He came home, he put it in a crock pot and rendered it into a liquid state, and then he filtered it basically and pulled out all of the cracklings, is what they're called. And this is what's left over. I'm going to attempt to make a pie crust using bear fat. I have been told that it is not easy to make. It is not easy to work with, but if you can do it, then it makes for the flakiest pie crust. I guess people who win prizes, like the Blue Bell, is that a thing? The blue something pie award. I really should have done my research before I did this. Bear fat makes for very, very flaky crusts. I've actually eaten it. It's very good, super good. Tastes amazing. The flakiest crust ever. Hard to work with, but the best crust you can have. So this is gonna be really interesting because I'm not a baker, I'm not good at this. I'm learning how to make pie crusts in general, and I've chosen to try to use a very difficult ingredient. I'm gonna try it. Come learn with me, come see how this works, and we'll see how this turns out. We'll learn together. So I just barely got everything mixed, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm super concerned. So the recipe calls for half a cup of boiling water, 2 cups of flour, and 1 cup of bear fat. So I mixed that all together, and as you can see, it was still really like wet. The consistency just didn't look right at all. Now, when I got some instructions on this pie crust, I was told that the consistency is going to be weird. But I am really concerned. I do not know if I've done it right. I actually ended up, in order to even like get it to like somewhat of a working consistency, I ended up using more like 2.5 cups of flour. So I have no idea if that's what I was supposed to do. We'll see. So now I'm gonna attempt to roll it out. I've heard that this part is very difficult because it's very, very fatty. I mean, 1 cup of bear fat, I can only imagine it's very fatty. So now I'm gonna try to roll it out and see if I can get it into a pie pan. This is gonna be interesting. Oh my gosh. It's like, okay, it is not at all easy to roll out. Oh, I forgot. Okay, I forgot to separate the dough. Hold on. Now it's not a circle. It requires a lot of flour. Guys, I have no idea. It's so thin right there. Oh man. Oh. Actually looks pretty terrible. Let's get some of this on here. Okay, let's try to do the little trick. Oh man. Oh, this isn't happening. It is, oh. You guys, it's like dough. Do you see this? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so I have no idea how I'm getting it off the counter. Whoops. I know, guys, it's painful to watch. I know. Okay, the fat, seriously, is just soaking up all of this flour. Gosh. You know, okay, so that clearly was not going well at all. Like so I had to try something else. I ended up putting it in the fridge for a little bit just to see if I could just make it a better consistency to work with. And I had to go change my shirt because I'm legit sweating. Like I'm stressed. You could see that it was a disaster. So I ended up putting it all back into a ball and I put it into the fridge to see if I could get a different consistency to work with. It was not working out for me. Like that, I have no idea what it's supposed to look like, but I'm pretty sure it's not that. A little bit better, I think, I hope. Let's try this again. Okay, so it's already 100% better doing it this way. Like, it might not look pretty, but I think I might actually be able to get it into the pan this time, because that was not happening last time. Also, it's at least round. Okay. Does that not look so much better? Oh my gosh. Definitely cannot work with it at room temperature. Like, the rolling pin looks so much better. It's not perfectly round. Oh, I'm stressed. Hopefully this is how you do it, right? Did you see that? That was really good, right? I mean, still working on it. That was really good. Huh? Okay, so that actually kind of looks a little terrible. I've seen my mother-in-law can make these sides look so much better. Maybe not gonna do the little decorative trim. Okay, here it is. Here is my pie crust. Just don't look too closely at the edges because the edges look terrible. Pie crust, ready to go. I'm gonna bake a pie. What did I learn? couple things. The biggest thing that I learned was I cannot work with this type of pie crust at room temperature. No go. It was way too soft, way too wet. It would not work. It wouldn't form, take shape, it wouldn't roll out, and I was using a lot of flour. So I have no idea how it's going to taste. I'm going to be making a pie, so we'll be trying it. Hopefully it'll taste good. But the pie crust is workable and doable if it is cold. So, tip, after you mix it all together, I think this is actually a tip for like all pies, because I know that when baking, it's better to bake with like the butter cold. So this probably should have been a no-brainer, but put it in the fridge, let it rest, let it get cold. I gave it like half an hour and then came back to it, cleaned up my mess, and then came back to it. So that's what I learned. And now I just need to practice making the sides look really good. But there it is, there's my pie crust. So thanks so much, you guys, for coming along and learning with me on how to do this pie crust. I am gonna be doing a video where I actually put a pie into this pie crust and baking it, and let's all hope that that works out. And so if you guys would like, leave me a comment down below on your best pie making tips, because as you can tell, I need all the help that I can get. So anyways, thanks guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. Here is the pie crust baked. It looks pretty good. Sides do not look great, but it doesn't look that bad. I'm hoping it's gonna taste good, and I'm about to put a pie into it. So come with me and see. Don't come with me. Don't come with me. Then, I don't know how I want to say this. What am I trying to say? I don't even know. Then they